I'm Chris,
I'm Liz.
and welcome to our channel called No More Hiding. And the point of this channel is to expose parts of ourselves that perhaps we're nervous about, or insecure about, or ashamed of. We've been reading a lot of books lately, one book in particular that talks about toxic shame and the way that it can disable the joy and possibilities in your life, and how
We should show it, but we'll put a link to it somewhere.
Yeah. And so this channel is kind of an experiment, also our own process of letting go of toxic shame. And one of the key messages of this book and the whole teachings about shame is that it maintains its power in silence and in the darkness. So by sharing these challenging feelings with others, you can start to undo the power that it has over you. And it involves a lot of discomfort and a lot of pain and a lot of awkwardness.
But that's the whole point. No more hiding.
Yeah.
Which also means we're probably going to have one episode at some point that's just a dance party. But that's for later.
Yeah. So both of us tend to be perfectionists in a lot of different ways. And so we've talked about this type of thing for a long time, and it was always, not yet, we're not quite ready for this just yet. We have to be better, or we have to
figure it out more.
Yeah, the idea has to be perfect. And so this is also a practice for us of learning how to present ourselves as we are and getting better at being where we are in the process versus waiting until we have this perfect product that we know is ready for the world.
And I'm really excited to see what comes up, because I know, given that this is an experiment and it's all about collecting data, today being day one trying this, like, we're bringing this like beginner's mind, like maybe nervous, like not sure what to expect kind of energy into it. And I'm just excited to see what happens as time goes by and we keep the conversation alive, because I'm sure we're doing so much right now with all the books that we're reading and like workshops and just all of this like unearthing that we're constantly saying that we're willing to do. Taking it in this direction is completely new. So I'm just excited to see like what comes up.
Yeah,
for all
and
of us.
we're both pretty nervous too, and that's a big part of it, to do more things that we recognize present opportunities to connect with others in healthy ways that we might be resistant to because of the challenges that we've already started to accumulate in our lives.
And that's another important lesson too. Like, if something is scaring you for whatever reason, you should probably confront it head on and just do it. And I mean, I feel that to varying degrees with like a lot of things in life. Like even the book that I'm reading right now, I'm feeling resistance to it, but that just means I need to keep picking it up and keep returning to it and figuring out what I can learn from it, because anything that elicits any kind of energetic response is like speaking to something in you, and it's just worth paying attention to.
Yeah.
So
we've both made a practice for a big portion of our lives of avoiding emotional expression, at least the certain emotions that were not authorized in our original families. For instance, for me, it was easy to be angry because that was allowed, but I couldn't be sad or vulnerable or scared, even though I felt all those things a lot. So now my process is about reconnecting with those feelings and allowing them to be shared in a healthy, non-judgmental, non-shaming environment. And I think it's a universal trend that people want to avoid uncomfortable feelings. We don't want to experience them, but the key is that if they can be released and processed in a healthy way, then you're not dealing with the remnants forever. And so we're confronting these things as a way to put them to rest and help them to go to where they belong, which is in our past and integrated into our story, but not running the show from the background. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
More to come.
For more.